After hundreds of billions of dollars invested in Iraq and thousands of American lives lost, the final departure of U.S. troops will signal the completion of a major military endeavor and the beginning of a new test for both nations. U.S. Ambassador to Iraq James Jeffrey spoke of the task ahead.
We will either step up to the plate, finish the job, and build on the sacrifices made, or we will risk core U.S. national security interests, be penny-wise and pound-foolish, and cede the field to al-Qaeda and other dangerous regional influences.
The ambassador spoke of a window of opportunity to ensure that Iraq becomes what he termed a force for stability and moderation in a troubled region.
We cannot afford to let the gains we have sacrificed so much for slip away.
U.S. civilian staff in Iraq is expected to more than double to help promote economic development and Iraqi security capabilities. A Senate committee report expresses concerns for the safety of U.S. personnel without military support. But the situation in Iraq looks encouraging, according to the chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, John Kerry.
Significant progress has been made in Iraq in the last 4 years. More than 100,000 American troops have been withdrawn, and the security situation, though sometimes strained, has not unraveled. Forming a government was obviously a long and contentious process, but the political factions kept their commitment to negotiation over violence.
Senators of both parties pledged to fund expanded U.S. civilian efforts in Iraq. The ranking Republican on the committee, Senator Richard Lugar.
Our ideal for Iraq is that it becomes a stable, pluralistic society that enjoys a genuinely representative government, maintains a self-sustaining economy, and cooperates with the United States and other like-minded nations to resist aggression and terrorism.
Lugar said Iraq must rebuild its oil infrastructure and expand petroleum exports. He said a boost in oil revenue will enhance Iraq's finances and its stability. The commander of U.S. forces in Iraq, General Lloyd Austin, says Iraq is building on an increasingly stable foundation.
Today, Iraq has the most inclusive government in their nation's history, and the security environment is the best it has been since 2003.
Observers acknowledge these gains, but some question Iraq's ability to sustain them without a foreign troop presence. Foreign affairs analyst Michael O'Hanlon.
The problem is they're still not that far away, not that far removed from a very destructive civil war, and of course from a very destructive Saddam Hussein regime prior to that.
O'Hanlon says Iraq would be wise to embrace a multinational military presence, perhaps one authorized by the United Nations. Michael Bowman, VOA News, the capital.